Hello, everybody. Welcome to my C2E2 2020 Day 1 recap. We got so much fun stuff to look at, you guys. The monthly horror haul that I upload on the first of each month, I actually pre-recorded it a few days ago. So the stuff that's in here is not going to be in the haul that's pre-recorded right now to upload on the first. So the stuff from the convention is not going to be in that haul video. I might show some of this stuff off in future haul videos, but anyways, let's get into this. Let's start with the prints. This is from my friend Adam from Adam's Art Box. I actually have his business card right here. If you guys want to hit him up, follow him on Instagram, whatever, go to his Etsy shop. He's got a bunch of cool art, a bunch of prints, and a bunch of originals. He's a fantastic dude. He has such great art. He does horror. He does really everything. He had a bunch of cool Harry Potter stuff, some Stranger Things stuff, Disney stuff, horror stuff. He really does it all. Here's another print I got from him, this Child's Play print. I have it in the same big plastic as the Ghostface one you just saw right here. But so I got that from Adam, and then I also got this one right here of Drew Barrymore. So this is another screen print. I like that sometimes he has little captions here at the bottom of it. What's your favorite scary movie? So that's pretty cool. He had the original of this. I could not afford the original art, so got the print, and it's an awesome print. And then we also got a Cthulhu print. Sorry guys, trying to get rid of that glare. There we go. So that's pretty sweet. So we got that. And then this one's going to be a tough one to show off because it's a little bit bigger. Let's see. There we go. We got this awesome Dave Dorman print of the child, or Baby Yoda, whichever you prefer to call him. But sorry, I know it's kind of hard to show off there. It's a gigantic print, but that is a pretty awesome print. So we got a bunch of awesome prints. And then I guess we could go into this over here. We got a bootleg of Freddy's Nightmares. I've heard some of it's good, I've heard some of it's bad, but I mean, I love Nightmare on Elm Street. It's probably my favorite franchise, so I'm excited to watch this. That's pretty cool. Then, let me take it out of the slip here. Me and my brother met CM Punk, who was in the Rabid remake, for a few minutes, so we decided to stop by and get him to sign this, so that's pretty sweet. Get that back in there, and then this is also pretty cool. So I decided to get this sketchbook because I didn't have as much money this year to take with me as I did last year. So buying like last year I bought probably 2 or 3 pieces of original art, like decently sized original art, and so I couldn't really afford that this year. So I thought I would take a sketchbook with me and see if I could get just like some smaller sketches, like maybe like a 5-minute sketch. So this first one here is from Dave Dorman, who I just showed you his Baby Yoda print. He did this one for me, so that was pretty sweet. It's just, he asked what I wanted, and I just said, something creepy, just something scary, maybe something Lovecraftian, and so he did this, and he said it was just a stream of consciousness thing, so I really love how that turned out. Then this one right here is from Christopher Mitten. He draws 30 Days of Night. He draws that comic, and he also draws a few of the Hellboy spin-offs, I believe, and he has a few other comics. I think one's called Umbral, and he has a bunch of stuff at his table, but he did this one. And he is a super nice dude. Every time I meet him, he's always really nice. So that's pretty cool. So that's from Christopher Mitten. And then the final one I got for today, and I'm hoping, because, I got a bunch of blank pages in here, so I'm hoping to fill this up. Maybe not fill up all of it in the next couple days of the con, because it's a lot of pages, but hoping to, have this thing all filled up one day and, hopefully get a few more pages tomorrow and after. But this is the only one, or the only one. This is the last one that I got for today. Was from an artist named Landis Blair. She's a fantastic artist, and I don't really know what this is. I just kind of told her the same thing I told the others. I said, just something weird, something creepy, something spooky, possibly Lovecraftian, because I'm going through my big Lovecraft phase right now, and this is what she turned out. So it's just this girl here carrying this monster and says, "God, you're heavy." So I just thought that was pretty sweet. That was pretty funny. So that's pretty cool. So that's what I got as far as original art so far. I'm just really going around asking for 5-minute, like $5 or $10 sketches is what I'm trying to find. But most artists, they do this for a living, and they're like, well, how about $100 commission? And that's just sort of out of the budget right now for this year. But then Moving on to the comics and some autographs here that we got. I got this Inktober 2019 sketchbook from Kelly Williams, who is one of my favorite artists. I pick up really everything that he puts out, so that's pretty cool. And he did a nice little sketch right here on the inside. But for Inktober, he did just Pokemon themed for each day, so that's really cool. It makes for a nice Inktober book. So I can't even talk. I thought that was pretty sweet, so I really enjoy this. This one right here is actually not for me. This is for my friend Andrew. This is Venom right here. I think this is like a fourth printing. I think it says up there, yeah, fourth printing variant edition of Venom, #1 or 166, depending. See, I can't talk tonight, guys. I'm so exhausted. Depending on whose side you're on. But this is Venom #1 right here, signed by Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. So it was pretty nice meeting those guys. They're pretty cool. This right here is a book called Ashes that I got from Jeremiah Wolf. I sort of know him. We've crossed paths a couple times, and I was just like, you know what, I'll buy your book because you're nice to me, I guess. So I don't really know the artist, but it's it's pretty cool art. So that was cool. So I got that right there. Let me put that back in. I really know nothing about this next book. It's called Visitations. Issue #1. I think the artist there had like 5 issues of it, but I really know nothing about it. He just said it's if I remember correctly, he said something about like the history of Chicago told through like the eyes of people from the graveyard. So I just thought that was sort of cool, so I got that. This is one that when you watch the pre-recorded horror haul, you'll hear me saying like, oh, I hope I could find issue 2 this weekend at C2E2. So this is so Past Me, you finally got it. So I was looking for this one, The Thing from Another World, issue 2 of 2. I got the first issue the other day. Absolutely loved it. Now I have issue 2 right here. Issue 1, and it's the same artist for issue 2, had some of the best art I've ever seen in a comic. So I really look forward to reading this. And there's definitely going to be a review coming of The Thing from Another World comic. It's a direct sequel to John Carpenter's The Thing, so that's pretty sweet. I really can't wait to read that. This right here is pretty cool. The same place where I got that Thing comic, the same seller, also had A Nightmare on Elm Street, the beginning, issue 1, with some really cool art there. I really know nothing about this comic, but it just looks freaking sweet. I love that art. And I got issue 1 and issue 2. I don't know how many issues there are of this series, but they had 1, 2, and 5, and maybe I should have bought 5, but I kind of passed on it because it would annoy me for so long if I had 1 and 2, and maybe like 3 and 4 are hard to find, and I can't find 5 because all these like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and like Texas Chainsaw and those sort of comics were all licensed to like really like obscure publishers like Innovation. I've never heard of them, or even like Topps even made some of those comics, and so they're really I think even Devil's Due made some, and they're really like short printed, really hard to find. So I don't know how easy these ones are to find, but that's 1 and 2, and I'm gonna have to do some more research into that and find out how long that series is. But I don't know, I might start reading this before I get the whole series. We'll see. This is another book drawn by Kelly Williams. I just got this, so and of course he does a nice little sketch in there, so that's pretty cool. A Letter to Joe. I'm not really familiar with this writer. I don't even know what this book is about really, but I really love Kelly's art, so every time he has a new book, I pretty much buy it. He's just got a really fun style. I really dig his style. So yeah, every time he puts out a new book, I pick it up. So I got that one. And then the last thing here is Green Arrow. This is one of my favorite paperbacks, volume 1 right here, and it's just absolutely fantastic. And Mike Grell was there. Mike Grell is the writer. He also did the cover art, so that's pretty cool. He's very talented, and so I met him there, got it signed. This is one of my favorite comics. I've read this book at least 3 times probably, but I really like this comic, and so Mike Grell was there, and that's pretty cool to meet him and get him to sign that. And that is it for today, you guys. So we'll have another haul video tomorrow and Sunday. We'll see what else I find. I'm really just on the lookout for horror books, really prints. I'm hoping to get some more original art. Oops, buried that sketchbook. But hoping to get some more original art in here, and maybe one day have this whole entire thing filled up. But just as long as we get a couple more, I'd be happy. This is a pretty cool project to get this thing filled up. It's going to be pretty good inspiration whenever I sit down to write and have this thing where I could just flip through a whole bunch of original creepy art. That's going to be a lot of inspiration. But anyways, you guys, that's it for today. Also, if you guys are looking for some great reading material, check out the links down in the description where you can purchase my books, The Eclipse Theater, Eternity, and Duality. If you guys are looking for some horror stuff to read, I've got you covered. I've got these all down in the description on Amazon. So thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day, everybody.